Hey everybody, Dr. Ray Blue here, and this is my movie review of The Congress, directed by Ari Folman and starring Robin Wright, Harvey Keitel, and Paul Giamatti. The Congress is really one of my favorite films to mix live action with animation. While it's a bit of a slow starter, it picks up quickly and becomes a fascinating story with great depth and an amazing visual experience. Moreover, the film tells the story of society becoming addicted to drugs that take people into their dream world and allows them to stay there, living out their lives in a chemically induced fantasy world. We follow Robin Wright playing a fictional version of herself in the film, who is faced with being an aging actress in a very superficially demanding film industry, where being an actress over the age of 40 makes work harder to find. Influenced by her manager, played by Harvey Keitel, and her two children, Robin, who is no longer the Princess Buttercup everybody remembers, accepts an offer from a Hollywood producer, played by Danny Huston, to be digitally scanned and modeled into a CGI environment, giving over her acting and all future roles to the film studio Miramount and their programmers and animators. 20 years after she is digitally scanned, her contract is about to run out, and she speaks with Miramount's Futurological Congress to renew it. To do so, she enters Abraham City, a restricted animated zone where the drug population are now living as avatars in a hallucinogenic cartoon world. Robin, now living in this animated zone, is faced with crisis of conscience, believing people should not be turned into a product. This results in her rebelling against the system of control and running into Miramount police. She is eventually frozen until her rebellious mental illness can be treated. Eventually she is revived, still living inside the animated world, where she eventually falls in love with Dylan, an avatar living in the zone who used to be a lead animator for Miramount. Dylan offers her a capsule that, once taken, will awaken Robin into the real world, kind of like the red pill from the Matrix. Once she takes it, she awakes in the real world, no longer animated, where dystopian despair has overcome the drugged-out population. Those who cope in this world now live in airships that fly above the cities. In one of these airships, or blimps really, Robin finds Dr. Bakers, played by Paul Giamatti, who had helped her sick son in the real world and who now offers her an inhalation ampule that will allow her to return to the animated world to find her son who has gone there himself. Without spoiling the ending or giving all the details, this film demands a lot from its audience as a narrative that's a bit incoherent at times and leaves it up to the viewer to really figure out and decide what's real or dreams. The film is a spectacular psychedelic trip, filled with fantastic animation and an ambitious story that explores a cynical world where movies are no longer shown on screen but rather are experienced in the human mind, internalized in a virtual reality where corporations and capitalism has corrupted human consciousness. This diversion from reality to altered states goes so far as to allow people to eat or drink their favorite celebrity and become them in their fantasy thanks to Miramount's pharmaceutical labs. It is a surreal experience to watch, with a darker yet animated tone of fantasy and science fiction, painting a quite negative view of Hollywood and the film industry's superficiality, while also offering a sprinkling of social commentary. It is really a film that needs to be experienced and is hard to explain to someone who hasn't seen it. Much like a lucid dream, the movie style is a bit like Being John Malkovich or What Dreams May Come, with a strong tone of Cool World or Who Framed Roger Rabbit, all taking place in a brave new world. This film is not for everyone, but for anyone who enjoys fantastical sci-fi or just a good psychedelic journey with insightful social commentary, it offers a very unique experience that I really enjoyed, and definitely a movie that can be watched over and over and each time get a little bit more from it. Definitely a fine addition to the artistic crowd's home movie collection. Thank you for watching. Please comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe, tell your friends, and help spread the madness.